everyone, it's Jennifer with Rooted in the Rock, and I've got something dropping right now. I don't know what branch it is, I'll figure it out later. Hey everyone, welcome to Rooted in the Rock. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to another edition of Car Talks with Jen. So, this week, listen, we've got camps going on this week, and I'm just in my car a lot this week, and I'm just gonna do it when I can do it. Okay, that's just what we're gonna do. So. Anyway, I was just reminded, I was like, I really want to do a video. There's like, when you have a whole huge list, you're like, oh, what do I even start with? What do I feel like talking about today? But I was reminded of something that I call rolling roadblocks. Okay. So it actually came to me one day. I don't remember if I was on my way to school. I have, historically, I haven't had road rage. My dad had some road rage. But I'm not as patient as I should be, and I get angry. But one of the things that kind of just gets me, is like when you're trying to get to work and you've got slow pokes in the left lane that do not belong in the left lane. Keep right except to pass, y'all. Seriously. Anyway, not just that, but things of that nature, okay? And so, and I hate getting behind big trucks that I can't see around. That drives me bonkers when I can't see past the big truck in front of me. Because then I don't know what's coming. I can't be, prepared ahead of time for whatever that may be. And that just it just makes me nervous. I don't like being behind giant things. And how often, now here's the thing, with traffic and driving, and I call them rolling roadblocks. When you get like two people, they're in both lanes, or it could just be one lane, or it could be both, but you get stuck behind someone and it's just a rolling roadblock. You're rolling, but you can't, there's nothing you can do. You just have to sit there and be patient and wait and not fume like you might feel like, right? It can get really frustrating. And I call them rolling roadblocks because, you're rolling, but it's a roadblock. You can't go like you want to go. You're forced to stay at this lower pace. You're forced to wait. And you can't see around, you can't see the future, what's coming, you can't see, why. If they're on the brakes, you're like, why? It's really frustrating when you don't know why they're on the brakes, because you're like, the light is green, why are you braking? But there could be, traffic backed up in front of them, but you can't see because they're so big and in front of you. And, one day kind of the Lord kind of spoke to me and was like, sometimes I put them there on purpose. Sometimes you get a rolling roadblock that slows you down because you're looking ahead and you're looking at these other things and you're not looking at me. Right? So rolling roadblocks, y'all, like sometimes, and have you ever been like in traffic or whatever, and I don't want to say I have a lead foot, but I do like to drive faster than some people. I love driving. Anyway, and have you ever been, and sometimes you go faster than the speed limit. You're not really doing it on purpose. You're just going and you're not really thinking about it, right? And sometimes everybody, people see a policeman on the road and they like step on the brakes, and it's like, dude, you can still go the speed limit. You don't need to be afraid of them. They're there to protect you they're there to make it safe for everyone. Like, you don't, anyway, that's a whole other story. But you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're driving and you're just not really paying attention. You're going faster than you mean to. And have you ever been on the road and you got stuck behind someone slow who is blocking you, like a rolling roadblock, and then you get to a point where there is a speed trap or something like that, and you realize, oh man, if I wasn't stuck behind that person, if that person hadn't slowed me up, I might have accidentally gotten myself in trouble right there. And then you're like, thank you, Jesus, for putting that there to slow me down, because I would have gotten myself into trouble, right? And it's the same thing sometimes in our spiritual lives. There are sometimes God will put a rolling roadblock there in front of you where you can't really see the future or where this is going, and you have to just trust Him, keep your eyes on Him and trust Him. And you might think, you know, well, He's told me to do this. Okay, let's go, go. I'm kind of like that, where once He tells me to do something, I'm like, okay, let's do this. And it's like, whoa, Nelly, slow down. And so sometimes God will do things like that and slow you down, because maybe there's something you need to learn first, or maybe there's something you need to spend more time on in order to be more successful for whatever that may be later. And you know what I'm saying? Like, rolling roadblocks. So now I try, so instead of getting like fuming and angry and all of that, I try to, anytime I get stuck behind someone like that, it pops into my head, rolling roadblock, and I try to reminds myself, I'm like, okay, hey, and I kind of tune in, and I'm like, okay, God, is there something I need to be listening to right now? Is there something you're trying to tell me? Or sometimes I just smile, like that's His little, hey, how's it going? You know, like that kind of thing. So I just wanted to share, and I hope that it maybe, you know, blesses somebody. Like, maybe God's been trying to get your attention and you just haven't noticed, and you've just been getting frustrated. Or maybe, you know, maybe it's just a fun thought for you to think of. Instead of getting frustrated in traffic, take that opportunity. You're like, okay, I'm stuck. There's nothing I can do. Let's do some prayer. Let's talk to God while we're stuck here and there's nothing we can do. So drive safely and have a great week. No idea if I shared that properly or not. Sometimes people are just not good drivers. I'm probably going to cut that. I'm going to park because I'm losing track. I'm having to think and talk and think about what I'm talking about at the same time, and it's not really working. I'm just going to park, okay? Okay. Sometimes it has nothing to do with you. It's a good one. I like the short ones. They don't take as long to edit.